You want to learn a new language. You've probably tried before, downloaded an app, used it for a week, and then life happens. The notifications pile up, the streak is lost, your phone becomes a graveyard of good intentions. But what if the problem isn't you, but the tool you're using? In 2025, the language learning landscape has evolved. Smarter, more engaging, more specialized. I've spent the last few months diving deep, testing the latest and greatest. Want fast, fun, and effective language learning? Fast, fun, effective. Here are the top 3 apps for 2025. This is the 2025 edition. The game has definitely changed. We're moving beyond just flashcards, multiple choice questions. The best apps now leverage AI, real-world content, clever psychology to keep you locked in and actually making progress. My goal here is simple: to break down which app is best for what kind of learner. We're going to look at 3 heavy hitters today, each with a very different strength. For each one, I'll give you the fast facts, the core features that make it stand out, and then my verdict on who it's really for. We'll be covering an app that's basically a conversation simulator in your pocket, another that has perfected the art of daily habit building, and a third that uses some clever science to drill vocabulary into your brain. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one aligns with your goals. Become fluent for a trip, build a consistent daily practice, rapidly expand your vocabulary. No fluff, just the straight-up analysis to help you stop wasting time and start speaking. Let's get into it. Alright, so first up is iPolyglot, tackling the single biggest hurdle in language learning, fear of speaking. You can memorize grammar and vocab, but if you can't hold a real conversation, what's the point? iPolyglot's whole premise is solving that with impressive AI. Not a chatbot, a dynamic conversation partner. Fast fact 1. AI-driven real conversation simulations. Order coffee, ask for directions, check into a hotel. The app drops you into scenarios and you have to speak. You use your voice. The AI responds naturally and understands mistakes. It's the closest thing to real practice without talking to a person. It feels surprisingly real. Fast fact 2. Adaptive feedback and roleplay. The AI listens, not just talks. After a conversation, it gives a performance breakdown, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary choice. It suggests more natural phrasing and flags recurring errors. Role-plays adapt, simplify if you're struggling, or introduce complexity if you're doing well. Fast fact 3. Multiple proficiency levels. Set your level from A1 up to C1. Beginner practice, basic greetings. Advanced practice, debating a news article or discussing future plans. That scalability means the app grows with you. Verdict: if you want practical conversational confidence, this is it. For people who freeze when they need to speak, for intermediates stuck on a plateau, it's specialized and does one job, simulating conversation, exceptionally well. Not for drilling verb conjugations from scratch. Think of it as a personal speaking tutor, available 24/7, never tired, never judging, clean UI, accurate voice recognition, genuinely useful feedback loop. Bridges the gap between knowing and using a language. My top pick for anyone serious about speaking. Not a game, a training tool, subscription-based pricing, but compared to private tutors, the value is clear. Unlimited practice for a fraction of the price. Narrow focus, deep impact on the most important skill. Wrap up, powerful AI-driven tool for active skill building. It won't hold your hand with gamified lessons, but it gives adaptive feedback as a life vest. Best for building real conversational confidence with AI practice, period. Next up, an app you've definitely heard of. It's probably the first one you think of when it comes to language learning, Duolingo. And let's be clear, there's a reason it's a household name. In 2025, Duolingo is still the master of one thing: getting you to show up every single day. Its entire ecosystem is built around habit formation, and it is incredibly effective at it. Let's get into the fast facts. Number 1, gamified lessons. Number 1, streak incentives. Duolingo turns learning into a game. You earn XP for lessons, compete on leaderboards, unlock achievements, maintain that all-important streak. That little flame icon has probably caused more collective anxiety and motivation than any language teacher in history. It's pure behavioral psychology, and it works. It makes you want to open the app, even for just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Fact number 2 is the structure of its short daily lessons. Duolingo doesn't ask for perfection, for an hour of your time. Designed to be completed while you're waiting for the bus. During a coffee break. This low barrier to entry is crucial for beginners. It makes the monumental task of learning a language feel manageable. It's not about deep, intensive study sessions. It's about consistent, daily exposure. And the third fact is its massive language catalog and frequent content updates. Spanish, French, Klingon, High Valyrian. If there's a language you want to learn, chances are Duolingo has it. More importantly, they are constantly updating their courses, refining the content, adding new vocabulary, tweaking the learning path based on user data. It's a living, breathing curriculum that's always improving. So, what's the verdict on Duolingo? It is, without a doubt, the best app for building daily consistency, especially for beginners and early intermediate learners. If you're starting a language from zero and have trouble staying motivated, Duolingo is your best friend. The gamification is so well executed that you sometimes forget you're learning. It's fun, it's engaging, and it gets you to build a habit. That is its superpower. However, it's important to know its limitations. Duolingo is great for building a foundational vocabulary and getting a feel for sentence structure, but it's not going to make you fluent on its own. The sentences can sometimes be a bit weird. The bear is drinking my beer. And it doesn't prepare you for the nuances of real, fast-paced conversation. You're mostly matching, translating, filling in blanks. Think of Duolingo as the perfect entry point. It's the app that gets you in the door and keeps you coming back. It lays the groundwork. For many people, that's exactly what they need. It successfully solves the "I don't have time" problem by breaking learning down into tiny, achievable chunks. It's the king of getting you started and keeping you going. The free version is very usable, though the ads and the heart system can be limiting. The Super Duolingo subscription removes those limitations and adds some extra features, which is probably worth it if you're using it as your primary learning tool. But even for free, the value it provides in building a consistent habit is unmatched. So yeah, for daily consistency and getting a broad introduction to a language, Duolingo remains on top. Thumbs up. Alright, our third and final app is Memrise. If iPolyglot is your speaking coach, Duolingo is your habit tracker, then Memrise is your vocabulary hacker. Built on memory science, it focuses on stuffing your brain with new words and making sure they stick. Less a full course, more a powerful specialized tool. Diving into the fast facts. Number 1, the Spaced Repetition System, SRS. The app shows a new word and quizzes you on it. First in a few minutes, then in a few hours, then a day, then a week. The algorithm times reviews for the moment you're about to forget. It feels like magic, but it's just science. Fact 2. Native speaker video and audio clips. Short looping videos of real native speakers saying words in context. Hear different accents, intonations, and natural speed. Huge for listening and pronunciation. Fact 3. Community-created courses. Official courses exist, but the user library is the treasure trove. Slang for a specific city, vocabulary for a particular textbook, phrases for a niche hobby. Tailor learning to your interest to stay motivated. Top 500 words for discussing sci-fi movies in Japanese. There's probably a course for that. Verdict. Best for rapid vocabulary and listening improvement. Power level your word bank. Planning a trip. Use Memrise to cram useful vocab. Intermediate learner stuck on basics? Memrise breaks the rut. Not a complete solution. It won't teach complex grammar from scratch. Focus is words and short sentences. Supplement for grammar and conversation. As a vocabulary machine, it is ruthlessly efficient. Spaced repetition plus native clips, a killer 1-2 punch. Clean interface, straightforward learning. Plant seeds, new words, and water them with reviews. Free tier is generous. If vocab is your bottleneck, Pro is a solid investment. In short, Memrise is a vocabulary beast, proven techniques, plus huge content, fonts and faster personal dictionary building. For pure vocabulary and listening, it's a top contender. So, there you have it. 3 incredible apps, each dominating its own niche in the language learning world of 2025. It's not about finding the one best app anymore. It's about understanding your own goals and building the right toolkit. The real power move is to combine them. Use Duolingo to build a daily habit, Memrise to power through vocabulary, iPolyglot to turn all that knowledge into actual speaking ability. That's a seriously powerful stack. Quick summary. iPolyglot for conversation, Duolingo for streaks, Memrise for vocab. iPolyglot is your 24/7 AI speaking partner for building real confidence. Duolingo is the master of gamification that ensures you show up every single day. Memrise is the vocabulary hacking tool that uses memory science to make words stick. Each one is a best-in-class tool for a specific job. The best app is the one you'll actually use. Think about what motivates you and what your biggest weakness is. Is it fear of speaking? Lack of consistency? A small vocabulary? Your answer points directly to the app you should download first. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, like the video. Subscribe for more deep dives. Drop a comment below letting me know which app you're going to try. Catch you in the next one.